Hey, Marques. Just want to thank you for meeting with us.
Okay.
And we read your letter, and we just wanted to know, is that still your stance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I just wanted to read you something
Okay.
from a Watchtower article. It just mentions that some apostates are increasingly using various forms of massive communication, including the internet, to spread false information about Jehovah's Witnesses. As a result, when sincere individuals do research on our beliefs, they may stumble across apostate propaganda. Even some witnesses have unwittingly exposed themselves to this harmful material. In addition, apostates occasionally take part in television or radio programs. What is the wise course in view of this? What is the wise reaction to apostate propaganda? The Apostle John directed Christians not to accept apostates into their homes. He wrote, "If anyone comes to you and does not bring this teaching, never receive him, and does not bring this teaching, never receive him into your homes or say a greeting to him. For he that says a greeting to him is a share in his wicked works." Avoiding all contact with these opponents will protect us from their corrupt thinking. Exposing ourselves to apostate teachings through the various forms of modern communication is just as harmful as receiving the apostate himself into our homes. Never should we allow curiosity to lure us into such a calamitous course. Satan was the first creature to turn apostate. Modern-day apostates display characteristics similar to those of the devil. Their mind may be poisoned by a critical attitude towards individuals in the congregations, Christian elders, or the governing body. Some apostates oppose the use of the divine name Jehovah. They are not interested in learning about Jehovah or even serving him. Like their father, Satan, apostates target people of integrity. No wonder servants of Jehovah avoid all contact with them. I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay.
And also Marques, one who disassociates himself, one who has been a true Christian, might renounce the way of truth, saying that he no longer considers himself to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses, or wants to be known as one. When this rare event occurs, the person is renouncing his standing as a Christian, deliberately disassociating himself from the congregation. The Apostle John wrote, "They went out from us, but they were not of our sort. They would have remained with us if they were." One person might renounce his place in the Christian congregation by his actions, such as by becoming part of an organization whose objective is contrary to the Bible and hence is under judgment by Jehovah God. If so, one who has a Christian's choice to join those who are disapproved by God, it would be fitting for the congregation to acknowledge by a brief announcement that he has been disassociated himself and he is no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I hope you do enough research to see how this is going to affect your mother too.
Yes. Yes.
Anything, brother?
You, Marques, I've known you for a minute, and I want to ask, how long have you been associated with the Witnesses?
Ever since I was 14, so this year have been 8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
And 8 years. And the question was, and it's just a brief question, is there some treatment or something that brought you, something that was done to you or the way you were treated, some injustice that you feel about? Is that what brought you to this?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for that, brother. Thought I turned it off. Sorry, Mike.
It's not a problem. I'm just, we can't now here trying to convince you this is what you really feel, Marcus. And of course, none of us sitting here want this, because all of us sitting here really have love for you. You don't want this. It's, you know, you made a big leap. You made a big leap from loving Jehovah, being zealous about serving Jehovah for a long time, to a point where you no longer love Jehovah and want to be associated with him. And as it was brought out, that's going to affect your life in a dramatic way. You know. So, but if this is how you really feel, you know, we're not in a position to. I wish you had done this, come to me before. But now you made a stand that's making it almost impossible for us to, you know, help you the way we would love to.
And just to make it official, I have your letter here. I would just need you to sign it, just to make it official. There you go. And just so you know that there's no appeal, since this is a disassociation.
Okay.
And the announcement will be made at the next Christian Life and Ministry meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, all I'd ask is that I thank you very much for having me and welcoming me to be part of this organization and also the congregation. But I know that God will always love me. That's the one thing. I know I never will doubt our Heavenly Father, because He knows my heart. And I know I made bad decisions. We all have. But sometimes I learn from my mistakes. And I know I've been always that quiet person in the Kingdom Hall that never say anything and never once spoke up, because every time anything was addressed, I always told people to go talk to my mom about it. But since now I'm a man growing up and I'm coming to more maturity and understanding things, and I know that I cannot do this alone, but with God's help, anything is possible, because I always pray and read the Bible, and I don't let my faith get destroyed no more, because what I've seen and what I've heard, what I've been told, it's not me. I mean, I wasn't feeling like this way when I was 14. I didn't know anything about it. When I first told people back when I was in high school, I was one of Joe's Witnesses studying with them. They were all flabbergasted. Most of them turned their head against me, looked the other way. But some of my teachers would always remember me. They said, "We always remember you, Marcus, because you've always been a good person." And I feel like I was always been a good person for years. I know that when I came here, it was a different appeal, but what I've seen when I've been going through, especially with my mom and I, for me being fatherless, I know we had thick and thin, but we never give up on each other, because we work as a team, and we've always been a team. And I love her. She's my family. She's my only family. And we couldn't do this together if it wasn't for her. But since that teamwork is now going, like you said, it's going to soon split apart. But I don't allow that to happen with my family, because my dad would not want someone to give up. I'm not a person that quits very easy. I know I have to stand up for myself and learn to be a man, because I can't let others push me down and put me down to where I'm in the grave, because my father taught me how to be even though for those 6 years I got to know him, to respect him and to respect other people. So all I wish is just the same respect, because I'm right now trying to get my life straightened out with college, with having a job now. And of course, I know you guys don't like when people go off to college, but I need it, because without experience from seeing and also getting the training, I won't be able to get it in this organization, because I tried applying for Bethel. I never got a call. I tried so many things to reach out, because I know I wanted to be the next poster example for the congregation. But I know that people have been discouraging me a lot to not do this, not to do that. And I feel like it hurt me a lot, but I wish they could have instead of like kicking it underneath the dust and leave it alone, why not come to me and just, why you told me this? Don't ignore me. I'm like everyone else, just sitting there, and if you want to talk to me about something, then talk to me. But if you don't, then that's your problem, because I can't fix everything. Only God can.
Okay.
Now, just very briefly, I mentioned this to the brothers before you came in. Matthew 18. Where if you had a grievance against your brother, you need to take it to him so he can straighten it out. He owes that much to you. By you being silent and holding things in, this is where we've come to. By you not sitting down and realizing that you're a family talks, communicates. You communicate with your mother, you should communicate with your brothers. And you didn't do that. There's things you didn't understand, you needed to come and clarify it. Now, as Brother said, you jumped that chasm. You almost put yourself out of reach of us to help you and try to help you.
As much as we want to, Marcus, you know me for a minute. I would never ever not want to help you, Marcus. I've always loved you. Still, I would never not want to help you. But, if you alienate yourself from Jehovah, then what can we do? To get to this point, it's not a good thing.
This is the last time I can say this to you, Marcus. From this point forward, we can't talk spiritually anymore. But I sadly suggest you take a good look at JW.org and you study it very carefully.
I just got one more question, and like he said, did somebody else help you with this?
No, I did this all on my own, because I know I'm my own person and I have the right to stand for myself, and I didn't have no one else to work with this, to the letter together. I just did it myself and said, because I couldn't take it no more. I mean, because I was feeling this anxiety problems, more depression. I didn't know where else to turn, so I said,
You say from your depression?
Yeah, I was depressed because no one understood how I really felt.
We did, Marcus.
But when I came back and stuff, that's when everything got messed up. Because once I came back to Central, everything started to turn around. When I came back from, that's when the tables had flipped.
Why didn't you talk to someone?
Because no one understood. I tried telling.
It's not a matter of understanding, Marcus. It's a matter of communicating. If you can communicate, we can understand. Did you make an effort to talk to Brother? Did you try to get an effort to talk to myself? Or any of the 7 other elders? Did you talk to any of us?
How many times did I ask you to talk to me, Marcus? A lot. Because I wanted to help you. I understood how you felt. Because it's not like you're the only person that saw these things. But how can we help you that now that you said you don't want to be part of Jehovah's organization? How can we help you anymore?
Thank you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're dismissed now.
Thank you.